Across the rugged terrain of southern Lebanon, Israeli airstrikes continue with intensity. There were hits in residential neighborhoods too. A man stands in the rubble, giving a sense of the scale of the damage. And then in the suburbs of Beirut, a low-rise apartment building is struck. Lebanese officials say 6 were killed in this attack. Israel says among the dead, Hezbollah's commander of rockets and missiles. We strive for the operation to be as short as possible, this IDF spokesman says. That is why we're striking with huge power, but Israel is also prepared for it to take time. Civilians are caught in the middle. Lebanon says nearly 500,000 people have been displaced by the violence. Its health ministry says kids and innocent bystanders are injured. More than 50 children have been killed. Aid is now flooding into makeshift shelters where families are taking temporary refuge and children sleep when and where they can. It has caused anxiety for the kids, says this grandmother. If they hear a door slam, they go crazy. Grown-ups and children alike are exhausted and stressed, she says. In northern Israel, there is anxiety too. Air raid sirens send the civilians who haven't already fled into shelters. The IDF has largely stopped the surge of Hezbollah rockets, though not all of them. A vehicle dashcam captures the moment one of those rockets explodes across an Israeli highway. Israeli officials report 6 people have been injured in the north. Far from the fighting, the U.S. president used his final UN address to plead with all sides to embrace the Gaza peace plan he presented months ago, hoping that will bring stability to the region.
Now is the time for the parties to finalize its terms.
Members of the White House are now reportedly privately acknowledging it's looking extremely difficult to reach a ceasefire before Joe Biden's term is up. Katie Simpson, CBC News, Washington.
Chris Brown is in Jerusalem for us tonight. Chris, can you give us a sense of the expectations there in terms of what could come next?
Well, lots of Israelis, Adrienne, clearly are happy that Hezbollah, this longtime enemy, has been badly hurt. The pager explosions, those crippled its communications, assassinations have cost it key commanders. But I think there are some crucial caveats here. Israel's stated goal has been to coerce Hezbollah into breaking off this unity with Gaza, with Hamas in Gaza, and to stop shelling northern Israel so that tens of thousands of Israelis can return home. But as we've seen even today, Hezbollah is still able to fire a lot of rockets, and that's what makes this a very high-risk strategy, because the group has demonstrated for decades that it's robust and it does not back down easily.
Additionally, Chris, the United States continues to talk about Hezbollah's arsenal being depleted, but it's very clearly still a threat.
Very much so, and that's why there's great fear that what is already an awful war could become truly catastrophic. Israeli officials claim they've destroyed tens of thousands of rockets this week, but even if that is the case, Hezbollah would still have thousands of other ballistic missiles and other major armaments that could cause tremendous damage to Israeli cities. So far, we have not seen Hezbollah use them for that purpose, and its aim may be to try to pivot this intense fight into a more drawn-out war of attrition.
All right.
Adrienne.
Chris Brown in Jerusalem. Thank you, Chris.